How are you guys today? I'm giggling because I have my notes here from my spirited messages, right? And then I am looking at the cards. And on the bottom of the deck is the Empress, and the Empress was actually one of the cards that I seen in my third eye when we were sitting down and discussing. And when I say we, I mean me and spirit. When it came to what's next to come, when it comes to the year of the Phoenix, as you all know, we are in the year of the snake right now. If you're into the whole Chinese calendar and things like that. And so the year of the snake was all about shedding old layers of ourselves, whether it be old thought patterns, old habits, and just like figuring out who we are, and then we're moving into the year of the phoenix where we are stepping into that more evolved state, and so here we are in the now, in the present. And so we have some messages for you all. But for those of you guys who are unaware of who I am, what's up, everybody? It is your girl, Phoenix Ozette, your tarot reader, your spiritual guide, your friend, your buddy, your pal, your friend, your buddy, your pal. I'm your friend, your friend, friend, your friend, your friend, friend, your friend, friend, your buddy, old pal. What's up, guys? And I'm here today with your Fine Divine Collective message for my Fine Divine Collective of beautiful ascended masters. Wow. Okay. And as every time, I am very, very grateful, very, very thankful to be here with you all today. I'm very thankful to be able to receive such messages, for the ears to hear, and for, everything that comes with it, for me being able to give you all these messages in a way that you all understand. And I just give thanks for the journey. We're all on this journey together, so I give thanks for you as well for being such a beautiful reflection of me. Hi, how are you? And so may we all continue and choose, right? Because it is a choice to grow and to evolve and to have open minds and to heal and to be love and to give love and to help each other along this journey that is life, right? And so let's get started, my babies. I speak that this message will find everybody who it is meant to find. Hello, 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 my beautiful babies. Hello. How are you guys today? And again, as always, I know that this will help you all just as it helps me. Okay, so we'll get into the spirited messages and then we'll get into the cards. As I said, we have the Empress on the bottom of the deck here, and we also have the Page of Swords here. Okay, so a lot of like new chapters, but also like this comes with you guys having to like make some very, very important decisions here. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into it. So, we have be confident. These are the spirited messages, okay? And the year of the phoenix is very important for you guys. Again, that year, next year, just evolving and stepping into that more evolved state, being confident while you guys and while we are, stepping into that evolved state. And again, just making the best decision for us. Okay, King of Pentacles energy, having that clear mind, clear thought, and just again making those decisions that we know are best for us, whether that is, cutting off, friends, family members, maybe, whether that is going out here and seeking the best job for us, with the best benefits, the best pay, just choosing to be happy and living happy and just being authentically us, you know. But so focus, drive, determination, these are all things that we will be working on. And I say we because me as well, I am walking this journey with you all, so this is something that we all will be working on, within these next couple of months, while we are stepping into this winter solstice season or energy, right? Remember in our last reading, we were talking about preparing and things like that, and we were speaking about the animals and how, we must be like nature, and, how we must, analyze nature and see how the animals, the birds, seeing how they are and implementing what we see into our lives. Does that make sense there? Hi, Grand Rising, everybody. How y'all doing? Okay. But, and so seeing them, they're preparing, they're prepping and things like that, some of them to go into hibernation. So what should we be doing right now? We should be prepping, we should be, getting our shit in order. You get what I'm saying? Um, so one of the thing, and look, as I look down, it says get things in order, King of Pentacles energy. Okay. And then again, we had the Empress out here, and we seen the Empress at the bottom of the deck here. Okay. And this isn't even a part of this deck. Okay. But the Empress came out and she showed her face, and she's all about, well, spirit. That's what spirit said. Okay. Divine wisdom. And I thought it was so I thought the connection was so beautiful, right? Because y'all know I'm a hoodoo baby, okay? But most importantly, I use, the scriptures and things for what they are, to open up our minds to be, in our Christ-like consciousness. You get what I'm saying? So here we are, we have the worry less, pray more. It's like a little, it's not like a Bible, but they have Bible verses, and it kind of goes into explanations and things like that. And so I do this type of thing with kind of like all of my books and things like that. Even when I'm in my oracle books and my tarot books, sometimes I do this method, which is actually called bibliomancy, but you can do it with anything, right? And so what I do is I ask spirit to like give me a message for me today. What is something that I need to, hear? What is something that I need to know? And then I just kind of go like this, until spirit tells me to stop, and then I'll stop. And then this wasn't it, but like replacing your worries with wisdom, which was one of the scriptures. And then it was another one, and it was talking about wisdom, right? um but giving up our worries as well is something that we need to be doing. You get what I'm saying? Replacing it with wisdom, right? Like, again, not living in that like state of insanity where we know what we need to be doing, but we just not doing it. You get what I'm saying? We're deciding to do other things. We're deciding to procrastinate and things like that. Like, that is a form of insanity. We just don't necessarily want to like place it in that box, if it makes sense. But yeah, like knowing what we need to be doing and not doing it, as far as like on this journey, whether it comes to our peace, whether it comes to a job, whether it comes to letting a person go, like, that's insanity. But anyways, so the scripture was about divine wisdom in the Proverbs, right? And they were speaking about how divine wisdom, when they speak about divine wisdom in the Proverbs, they say she sometimes, because she is wisdom, right? And the Empress, Spirit was telling me like the Empress is about wisdom. You get what I'm saying? Creativity. She is wisdom. She is creativity. You get what I'm saying? So I thought that was a beautiful little correlation there. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay. But anyways, and they were talking about moving with strength, right? But a gentle force, strength being that gentle force. Because when we look at the strength card, it's the lady with the lion, and it's like, yeah, she has to be strong, but she has to also, relate to that lion in other ways as well, being compassion being one of those, emotions and things like that, or energies, and which you have to kind of give off in order to walk with the lion. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, like, move with like a gentle force, move within your knowing, if you will. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, with that gentle ease here. Okay, and moving in alignment. Okay, moving in alignment. Okay, you guys are very tapped in. Y'all know what y'all supposed to be doing, so do it. You get what I'm saying? But they were saying, come mid-January. I mean, well, for some of you guys, mid-January. Okay, y'all know we are all on different levels when it comes to these things that we're doing here. Okay, but for some of us, early March, you guys will be reaching a lot of goals here. Okay, we're also being told, don't get caught up in the seasonal depression. Okay, don't get caught up in the seasonal depression. Use this time to plan. Okay, to plan. Alrighty, and to write down your goals and things like that. Lists are very important for some of you guys here. Okay, but again, we got that succession energy, that Six of Wands energy going there. Okay, for early March, mid January for some of you guys. Okay, and they said pop out summertime. Okay, and summertime fine. Okay, again, y'all take the energy as it resonates. Okay, but for some of you guys, this is going to be like a pop out come summertime, like a whole new, like not even a new you, but a more evolved you. Okay, a more elevated you, a more aligned you. Okay, I'm seeing queen energy. Okay, empress energy here. Okay, very tapped in, but again, just aligning with those goals, moving in confidence. Okay. And we're hearing about skill mastery. Okay, this is going to be like you guys are going to pop out because like you guys are going to be working here, and not like a hamster wheel type of working, just working on your goals. Hello. But working on your goals again, creating these lists, using this time to be in that hermit mode, to figure out self, who am I? What do I want to give to the world? What am I looking to receive from my gifts and things like that? Because you do want to have that equal, you want to have that balance there. You get what I'm saying? That give some, take some type of energy. Okay, that is reciprocity. Okay, we don't want to be living in lack and just thinking, okay, what can I give? Okay, but what am I looking to gain back from this as well? Okay, but again, creating those lists, creating those to-do lists, maybe for some of you guys writing out that life mission statement. Okay, but having it all on paper. And yeah, it is a struggle, but that's why we have to train our minds. You get what I'm saying? Because we are so distracted. You get what I'm saying? And distractions has just become the way of life. You get what I'm saying? Even these cell phones are a distraction, and they put it here in our hands for us to be distracted. That's what they want. You get what I'm saying? A world that is in alignment, a world or a people that are truly focused on their goals, on their dreams, on making themselves happy, on creating that happiness, is a people that cannot be controlled. You get what I'm saying? So the way of life has become distractions, the clothes, the shoes, the cars, the shiny things, you know, even the social media. You get what I'm saying? The aesthetics, the creators, is all a distraction. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, so we do have to train our minds, and that's why doing these things like affirmations, waking up early, doing your breathing, setting your intentions for the day. Yes, it does feel like a job, okay, especially in the beginning stages. You get what I'm saying? Because you have to train yourself like, gosh, okay, I have to get up. And just getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes is a struggle for me. You get what I'm saying? So I get it, but just training your mind to do that and saying, okay, I'm going to shower, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pray, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to set my intentions, like in creating that habit is a struggle. You get what I'm saying? The struggle is real. But how bad do you truly want it for yourself? You get what I'm saying? How bad do we truly want that change? And hey, again, like now we're being reminded of of the strength card, having that compassion for yourself. You get what I'm saying? And knowing like, hey, if I don't do it every day, that's okay. Okay, but at least try at least try. Okay, at least try. And I think you can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Okay, we can do it. Alrighty. But be kind to yourself as well while you're going through this transition. Okay, because it is a transition. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And that's why y'all won't see me every day on here, but you guys will see me when it's needed. You get what I'm saying? And some days it will be, or some weeks it will be times where you guys see me, you know, constantly, maybe every day. But for the most part, when it comes to like the really, really big messages and things like that, you know, but we kind of like let you guys move through the energy as well. Sometimes we have to sit in that energy. We have to sit with these messages. And so, yeah, we use tarot for what it is. Okay. But again, there's a pop out coming. Okay. Summertime. Okay. And then they said for a lot of you guys, and for definitely for some of you guys that are on here right now, okay, but again, use your discernment. Okay, you are going from this Eight of Swords energy and moving into this Eight of Wands energy, for coming into, early January. Okay, so of this energy where you felt stuck or stagnant, if you will. Okay, and moving into this energy of now where you're working on your goals and you are moving into that energy of achieving them. So you're in that energy of advancement here. Okay. Hi. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Okay. But yeah, they said lists, completing tasks. These are things that we need to be focused on, moving into this year of Phoenix. So moving into the year of 2026. Okay, that evolved state. Okay, lists are going to be very, very important for some of you guys. How you doing? Okay, completing tasks, making sure that we are completing tasks. Okay, this is something else that is going to be something that we need to be working on. Okay, getting out of our comfort zone. Okay, and then they said stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Okay, be you authentically all the time. Okay, especially for some of you guys, it's more so around your loved ones. Okay, whether it be your mates, your family members, more so your family members and your mates. Okay, just shrinking yourselves to sort of conform in a way. Okay, like you are wanting to keep others comfortable in a sense. Okay, yeah. Like when others come around, like you could be somebody that is very wise. Okay, for a lot of you guys, you are very wise. That's why you're here. That's why the channel is the Ascended Master Oracle. you know but and for some of you guys, you could be like Libras or just have like that very like not calm demeanor, but just like a demeanor where you don't want to cause friction or chaos or whatever. And it's not necessarily within you, it's more so within others, because you know how they will react and things like that. But you could you're definitely somebody that's very wise, very knowledgeable. And it's needed, your voice is needed, right? But when family members and things like that come around, you may not speak up as much because like they just don't get it. And for some of your family members, they just don't want to get it. Okay, you're an Aquarius. Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys are usually very like in your face with it. I know for my baby, she is. But she does, like, sometimes she just be like, just because she just be like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with this. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to deal with it, so whatever. But we do have the seven of swords down here at the bottom of the deck. So y'all, let's go ahead and get into the tarot messages, okay? But that was the spirited messages for you guys. Okay, so trickery. Okay, but for some of you guys, this is just you not taking indirect action when it comes to something. Okay, but for some of you guys, maybe you do need to watch out for a little certain somebody, a little sneaky somebody. Okay, but spirit is telling you to be patient here when it comes to something. Okay, to remain balanced when it comes to something, to remain peaceful, to remain calm. Okay, and to wait something out patiently. Okay, and we're saying, like, we're hearing like to have faith. You get what I'm saying? To have faith in your movements, to have faith in your decisions. Again, those wise choices, making the wiser choices. Okay. um Somebody's name could start with a P, somebody's name could start with an N. Take it how it resonates. Okay, somebody's names could start with an H. Don't have to be. Okay, this is just what we're getting. Okay, thank you so much, Grant. Thank you, Grant. Okay. But and for some of you guys, there's like a cleanse, okay, or a head washing that needs to be had, okay? And I know for some of you guys, you may not even believe in that type of stuff, but I'm telling you, when it comes to your spiritual hygiene, my babies, it don't matter if you believe in it or not, okay? It doesn't matter if you believe in evil eye or any of that thing, like it still happens to us, okay? It doesn't matter if you believe, if you don't believe in like having like that foggy or clouded type of like thinking or mind. If you take that hyssop head wash, if you take that cinnamon head wash, you will have clarity. You get what I'm saying? If you burn that eucalyptus and you speak out to spirit and you tell spirit, please give me a clean heart, a clean mind, a clean body, a clean soul, that is what's going to happen for you. Okay, so for some of y'all need to take a real nice little head washing. Okay, and y'all need to pray. Okay, pray. Whether it be to your ancestors, to the first off, y'all need to be praying to the Most High and to your ancestors, okay, to your spirit guides, okay. But I don't care who y'all pray to, okay, as long as it elevates you and makes you happy, you living love, you living life, you loving life, you at one with your higher self, baby. I don't care. This is the channel. We out here to evolve, and however that looks for you, I'm all for it. Okay, I am all for it. But we do have the chariot card out here. Okay, so you guys are definitely on a journey. Okay, but this is also like that clarification for victory, for success, achievements, the things that we were speaking about. Okay, when it came to that spirited messages. Okay, and a lot of you guys are going through a lot of internal changes. Okay, a lot of transformations, a lot of ego deaths here. Okay, some of you guys are coming up out the dark night of the soul. Okay, and that's why things are feeling iffy. That's why we're needing to take our spiritual baths. Okay, that's why we're needing to do our head washes. Okay, doing your hand washes in the morning too. Okay, but this is a purification period for you guys. And again, remember, this is the year of the snake, okay? This is the year of shedding those old versions of ourselves, whether you guys are still figuring out what those ailments are. You get what I'm saying? What you need to shed, what you do need to let go of, what traumas you need to let go of, or whether you have already figured that out and you're working towards it. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter. This is the year where you figure it out. Okay. And yeah, for a lot of you guys, it is going to be like a new year, new me type of energy. Okay, because you are shedding those dead layers of yourself. You are shedding that dead weight. Okay, you guys are having those ego deaths. Ashe. Okay, so it's like the dawn of a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. Y'all know I love me some Nina Simone. Okay, but this is, yeah. Okay, so spirit is telling you to stay devoted. Alrighty, like for some of you guys, you're suffering from anxiety and things like that, and it ain't even yours. Ashe. Okay, this is learned behaviors and things like that. Some of y'all be speaking around, be talking about, oh, I got ADHD, I got anxiety, speaking that over yourself. And now you're teaching your brain, like, be nervous in this situation, or do this in this situation, or don't focus. Okay. But we need to say our affirmations to combat these type of things. I am focused. I am determined. You get what I'm saying? I meet all of my goals on time. You get what I'm saying? Or I meet all of my deadlines on time. I arrive on time. I'm confident. All of these things. And whether you're confident or not, you get what I'm saying? Over time, like this will just become like a natural thing for you. You get what I'm saying? In situations where you normally was just like, well, dang, I don't know. I don't know. Like that affirmation is going to start playing in your head. Like, I am confident. And then before you know it, you're going to be out here smashing shit. Okay. And for some of you guys, I'm seeing somebody like speaking on a public stage. Okay. So whatever this is for you, motivational speaking. Okay. Maybe this is like a certain like type of college project or something like that where you're needing to get up and speak in front of people. Maybe it's like some sort of board meeting. I don't know. Okay, who knows? Okay, but you'll get there. Okay, but this is a very empowering stage for you, a very empowering era for you. Okay. Was that loud? Now that I stopped staring, I feel like it was loud. I am working on this. I want to share my story to help others. Yes, do that. Do that. Do that. I love that. Do it, girl. We need it. We need it, because when you are authentically yourself and you can share your story openly, for others to grow, it teaches other people like, hey, I can be myself. I can share my story. My voice matters, you know. And maybe that's something you're teaching yourself right now, like, hey, my voice matters. What I have to say is very important. It's very valid, you know. But yeah, y'all, so I did ask for clarification when it came to that 7 of swords, or at least I think I did, but even if I didn't, spirit gave it to me. Okay, so we do have the emperor out here in that reverse, okay, which is just very like that very narcissistic energy, that very like it's like a controlling energy, if you will. Okay, like that fake, like that little man type of complex, and not that little man complex, but just like for reference, you know how little men, they want to seem like, you have some of them that just want to seem all like, yeah, I'm a big dude, and so they just have like this cocky, just like very nasty, very defensive type of energy, type of attitude, that type of shit. Okay, but just very rude, very immature, very indecisive. Okay, this is a very lazy person. Okay, that could be trying to get away with something. Okay, but again, that action, you guys are knowing what action that you need to take. Okay, you guys could definitely be in this energy of just like wanting out, like very like sad, if you will. And this doesn't even have to be like a relationship. Okay, you guys, like your spirit will tell you exactly who this is. Okay, whether it's a family member or whatever, like a living situation, a roommate. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, but spirit is telling you to take control of this situation, to know that you do have the power, you do have that control, and it's going to play out however you want it to play out. You get what I'm saying? If you stay stuck, if you stay stagnant, if you continue to put yourself in that energy, to keep yourself on that hamster wheel, then that's what it will be until you decide to take the course of action that you need to take, which is getting yourself off of that hamster wheel, away from those type of energies, and not making excuses for it, because sometimes we do make excuses. We'll be like, and it's like that false sense of security, for some of us. Okay, um but just lying to feel safe, but you're not truly safe, because we're putting ourselves through like emotional turmoil. It's like an emotional roller coaster. That's the musical confirmation for that type of energy. Okay, loving you ain't nothing happy, loving you was never good for me. Do y'all know that song? It's called emotional roller coaster. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got some of the words wrong, but y'all feel the energy. Okay. I had to say my yeah. It be like that. Spirit saved my life out of a when I was in a situation like that. So I get it. I know. I know. I know. Okay. But new beginnings, okay? New beginnings, bright beginnings, okay? Again, it's giving that new that energy that I was telling you guys about earlier when I said new year, like new year, new me, because you guys will be again taking that control. You guys will be living in that comfort. You guys will be moving in a more like centered state, okay? More so in that energy of okay, okay, I'm hearing support. Okay, so you guys will be supported. Okay, but in this energy of like smoothness, that's not the word I'm looking for. Okay, but just in this energy of calm, like careful decision making here. Okay, centered peace. Okay, like a peaceful mind or something like that. Okay, but definitely again moving in that authentic energy, that more okay, now I'm seeing like that fire energy. Okay, Queen of Swords energy. Okay, so this is again you guys just moving in that energy where you guys are stepping into your power because you are being authentically you. Okay, and you're being selfish with your time, you're being selfish with your energy, again you're moving in alignment, you're creating those lists. Okay, and you guys are doing what you need to do. Okay, this is you guys, for some of you guys, again being more confident. Okay, it's going to feel like a new you. Okay, but it's just a more aligned you. Okay, tiger's eye could be very significant here. Okay, and I do have a tiger's eye in my bra right now, so I think that's really really funny. But divine, it's all divine. Okay, but the tiger's eye is all about balanced decision making. It's about that confidence. It is about personal power, willpower, focus, and just really making decisions that are best for you, even in the face of adversity or discomfort, or where you're just like a little insecure, maybe. Tiger's eye is going to give you that energy to push through. She's going to give you that energy to say what needs to be said, even if your voice is shaking, because she is that stone of strength and clarity, right? um and so yeah, I love that for you. Okay, but and this is you guys like again just stepping out here and being a force of nature, a force to be reckoned with. I'm seeing like thunderbolt energy now. Okay, so significant changes, 555 tower card energy. Okay, and I know when we hear a tower card, we think, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, the tower card. But the tower card is significant changes, changes happening quickly, whether they are for the good or for the bad. And but for us, it's definitely for our good, so yeah, amazing changes happening quickly because you guys are stepping into again that more authentic version of yourself. You guys know who you are. Feathers are very significant here. Again, that ancestral wisdom, that ancestral guidance. Okay, maybe for some of you guys, you are tapping into your meditations. Okay, and you guys are praying and then meditating to receive that divine wisdom from source, which is wisdom itself. Ashe, they are blessings, but the lotus flowers are here too, representing that healing. Okay, so you guys are definitely healing here. Okay, definitely healing. Okay. Hmm. Duality is very significant here. Okay, so for some of you guys, you are in that era where you are learning to love yourself, but there's boundaries. Okay, like your boundaries are very very strong now. Okay. And you guys are balancing that creativity with that divine wisdom, okay, with that clarity, if you will, okay, with that King of Pentacles energy, okay, so precise decision makings and things like that, okay. We do have the Four of Baskets out here telling you guys to be grateful for your journey, okay, or your conquest, if you will, okay. And I love that because it's not a race, it's a marathon, okay. Like a conquest, when you go on a conquest, like, yes, it's a journey, but you're also learning things about yourself. You're learning your weaknesses, you're learning your strengths, like, and yeah, it's given the magician energy. Y'all remember the magician? Have you guys seen the magicians? If not, y'all gotta watch it. And there's this like little gosh, I can't even think of it now. There's like this little town, but like y'all just gotta see it. Y'all gotta see it. Okay. It's Finley. I can't think of the dang on name of the book. But turns out they were in the book and they were magicians and they were like, it was crazy. But they were on a conquest, right? And they were learning themselves and it was hard. It was more harder than it was like there were more like tougher moments than it was just moments of like peace. And I think like there's something we can learn from this, but like, enjoying and being grateful for the journey, okay? Um and yeah, okay. Being grateful for what is, being grateful for the peace, the serenity that you do have, the protection that we do have. You know, I'm seeing a lot of like white flowers, a lot of yellow flowers. Okay, representing that purity energy. Okay, representing the new beginnings, representing the courage. The will, the drive. That is going to take from us. And the effort that it's going to take. Again, it's not going to be easy. Okay, Page of Swords energy. Alrighty, but it is a journey worth fighting for, and you are worth fighting for. The life that you want is worth fighting for. Okay, so it's time for us to get out of that dream state. Okay, and into action. You get what I'm saying? It's time for us to stop hoping, to stop being like stuck, to stop dimming our light again, to stop, hiding, and to start, being, to start living, to start doing, right? Oh my gosh. Wow. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. And she definitely could be coming through, from me to speak to you, you know? But yeah, okay. I have apples down here, okay. And apples are very much so associated with like that self-love type of frequency, okay, and that wisdom here, okay. But then I'm seeing like the apple from Snow White, and I'm hearing about the trickery, okay. And then when I look down, we do see the Seven of Swords, okay. So again, like I would be asking Spirit for clarity when it comes to someone, okay? But again, for some of you guys, you already know, but this is just Spirit giving you that message once again, okay? But you guys are in your wish fulfillment season. Remember earlier we were talking about that strength card, okay? And we were talking about having compassion for yourselves, okay? Mm-hmm. But going forward and doing it, y'all, okay. And embracing the mistakes, embracing the change, okay, because again, there's a lot of ego deaths happening right now, okay. The Spirit is telling you, okay, to go forth and do it, okay? To push through, okay? To do it anyway. Do it in the face of adversity. Do it in the face of, do it when you're scared, okay? Do it when you don't feel like doing it, okay? But do it, alrighty? Because Spirit is going to pour into you what you pour into yourself. Again, that reciprocity there, okay? Oh, she was 20. Wow. Bringing that balance. Ashe. Okay. She's a very calm spirit, but a very wise spirit, very, very wild spirit, but very calm. Okay, but you guys do have the red bird out here, okay, representing again that ancestral protection, okay, and that energy of keep going, okay? These are your guys, these are your loved ones, your past ones, okay, telling you like, hey, we got your back, we're here, we're supporting you, speak out to us. The Most High telling you, speak out. Tell me what you want, okay? Not what you want me to do. Tell me what you want, okay? What do you want? Where are you willing to put your energy? What do you want to put your energy into? Tell me what you want, okay? It's like genie in a bottle. Your wish is my command, okay? Know thyself. Know who you are, okay? Stay encouraged, stay determined, stay the course, okay? Even in the face of adversity, even when others are yelling, screaming, telling you you can't do it, like, are you going to back down or are you going to stand up, okay? Even when you're doing all of this good, but people are like, no, you're doing this, you're that, throwing eggshells at you, whatever the case may be, are you still willing to walk that path that you know is for you? Or are you going to back down? Okay. What you going to do with it? Okay. Because with great power comes great responsibility. But with great power comes great bullshit as well. Okay. It comes with the cunning people. It comes with the trickery. It comes with, people trying to manipulate your mind. How strong are you going to be? You get what I'm saying? It come with haters. It come, I'm speaking to leaders, okay? And this just comes with that. You got the Page of Cups, okay? Listen to the guidance that Spirit is giving you, okay? When you pray, go into your meditation and listen to the messages that Spirit is giving you, okay? Page of Cups energy, okay? Listen to your inner guidance when it comes to that person as well, okay? Because it did land on that energy of deception, of trickery, of that narcissistic, rude energy type of person, okay? Listen to what Spirit is telling you, okay? Do not ignore Spirit, okay? Do not ignore Spirit, okay? And even when it comes to your decision making, even when it comes to that comfort, to that wealth that you are creating, not that you are trying to build, but that you are creating, when it comes to that peace that you are creating, when it comes to that happiness that you are creating, when it comes to those seeds that you are planting, you get what I'm saying? Listen, okay? Listen, again, the Fool card, okay? Remember, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, baby. Okay, we don't care what happened yesterday. Okay, we don't care what happened 5 minutes ago. We don't care if you woke up in the mood that just wasn't it. Okay, what you gonna do right now? Okay, to create that path, to create that life, to create that happiness, to create that peace that you want. Okay, that you desire. Okay, because it is yours. Alrighty, it is yours, but we have to move in that knowing, okay? Look at that, we got the Tower card and she is in reverse, okay? So you guys, like, it is going to be tough, okay? And it is going to be like a fucking smack in the fucking face, okay? The things that are going to have to die off, the people that you're going to have to let go, you get what I'm saying? Like the change within, okay? It's going to be a big one, okay? It's going to knock you off center, Okay, for some of you guys, it's going to be like, what is it called? Like, dang, I'm trying to think of it. Okay, when people be like on drugs and then they go off like cold turkey and they be like shaking and shit. I don't know what it's called. Okay, but it's gonna feel like that. Okay, this is a ego death again. Okay, this is you rebuilding yourself from the inside out. Okay, but look at the Empress. Okay, like, but if you guys are willing to go through the withdrawals, yeah, for some of y'all, it's like it's gonna feel like you're going through withdrawals some days. Like, but this is what it takes. Okay, again, that purification. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that they were talking about. Okay, with that death card. Okay, we got again us getting out of that dream state, getting into action, getting up early, like making them different choices and things like that. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, it's gonna be crazy, but you can do it and you will do it. Ashe. And when you do it, this is the energy that you will be in. Again, that Empress energy. Okay, thriving, happy, successful. Okay, this is you guys again walking in that wisdom. Okay, walking by faith, not by sight, because you know that you're putting in the actions that you need to put in order to get what you need to get out of life. Okay, you guys are standing up in the face of adversity and doing what you need to do. You guys are creating those lists. You guys are completing those tasks. You guys are, finding your happiness, finding your peace. Okay, enjoying the journey, putting in again those great efforts. Okay, you guys are definitely moving out of that season of lack. Okay, again, Spirit is telling you to be patient with yourself and to take some sort of control action. And look at that, the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot card appearing again. Okay, like again, be patient with yourselves and enjoy what's new. Enjoy your becoming. Okay, that is what Spirit is telling you, to enjoy your becoming, because you are becoming. Okay, you're becoming a great leader. You're becoming a great version of yourself. You are creating that life that you want to live. Just stay focused. Okay, stay focused. Stay focused. Okay, but again, and I love that, look at the reef of success here. Okay, look at the moon card. Okay, like the energy is building around you. Okay, now ask yourself, what am I building? What am I creating for myself here? you know and what do I want to get back? What do I want to see? you know and take a moment to visualize that and move with said actions. Y'all get what I'm saying? Okay, but I love you all so very much, and this does complete your extended guided message for today. Okay, I know that you all got exactly what y'all needed from this message today. I got some things as well, you know and so we give thanks to the Most High. We give thanks to our ancestors, our angels, our spirit guides, for these divine messages, for the clarity, for the protection, for the peace, for the grace that we are given, every single day. And let's remember to have that same grace with ourselves as we continue to walk this journey. You are very, very welcome, and let's enjoy the conquest. Okay, thank you, Spirit. But let's enjoy it, for what it is. Okay, and let's be happy and let's seek happiness in everything that we do, you know, and let's seek out the lessons and let's seek out the wisdom, right? In everything as well. Okay, but let's remember to always take the actions, let's remember to always plan it out, map it out, write it down if you need to. Okay, but stay your course. I love y'all so much.